Hey YouTube, A.Maze here, back again with another video. Welcome to our channel and thank you for watching. Alright guys, so look, what we talking about today, we're just going to talk about, we're going to keep working on our belief and our faith. Because that seems to be the biggest issue with a lot of us, okay? Through our journeys. Guys, let me tell you, you don't have to go crazy and make yourself crazy just to believe that your new day is coming, okay? You know, we watch our shows because we want improvement. But if we won't get there if we are stressing about it in the meantime, you know what I mean? You know, you can't worry about when and how. And then you also can't worry about, well, I don't feel good right now. I need it. Those are the key things you can't do when you're manifesting. All right. So what we're talking about is how to feel good without it until it comes. So my first suggestion for you is this. We all know to meditate. Meditating is good. It helps us reduce the resistance in our mind's eye. We know that. But when you're done with meditating, what do you do after that? Well, what you do is you keep reminding yourself that it's coming without saying when. For example, we just gonna say for a loose example, you want to move out of state badly and you waiting for that break. Okay, you in school, you do all your school work, you take good care of your kids, you meditate, you say, this house is coming, this house is coming. But in the meantime, you in a raggedy house that you hate. And all you keep doing is looking at the corners. You see the rust in the kitchen, and you don't like the way the tiles are in the bathroom. And every time you look at it, just get on your nerve, right? And that's very understandable. That's why you want a new house. But listen to me. Listen to me. What you have to do is you have to find a way to take the energy you're using to look at those cracks and the rust and the crevices and the things you hate about your current state. And it's energy you're using to do that. So you got to figure out a way to transmute it. Okay. Transmute it and put it to your dream. Okay. So every time you feel like complaining about, you went in the bathroom and you looked at that floor and you like, oh, this floor is so old, I hate it. The minute you get the urge to do that, stop yourself. Find a mental cue. Okay? A good one would be, I have a roof over my head. All right? You can come up with your own sentence. But that's just an example. So the minute you feel that sensation to look at your floor like you always do and say, instead of doing that, look up and say, I'm thankful to have a roof. Thank you, God, for this roof. All right? That's the one thing. Now, here's something else. This is key. That new house that you want, every time you say, thank you, God, for the one you got, mean it, but envision the new one. All right? Envision the new one, but tell God, thank you for this one. Just try that. Be consistent with that. All right? Now, before I continue, let me just say this again, guys. Every tip that I give you guys is stuff that I do myself. Furthermore, you have to do it consistently, okay? Be consistent with these. You will see a change, all right? Another thing is, okay, that's what we're about to get into. This is the segue. So now you know what to do moment by moment. Every time you feel the urge to complain. Because the complaints and the stuff that you're noticing about your current condition is what's holding you back, to be honest with you. It's not only the language you're using, because words or spells, but also they're holding you back emotionally, okay? And they're holding you back subconsciously. Every time you complain, you are putting out something to the universe that's saying, I'm dissatisfied, right? So don't do that, because in case you missed it, in the last video, I mentioned it quickly about our thought process. The stuff we think is electrical, okay? That goes out into the universe. And then our feelings are magnetic. So your vibration within is magnetic. So when you put your thought out there, if the thought that you put out there matches how you feel, it's going to draw it back. Okay. That's why if you get mad about something and you complain, like if you kick a raggedy car, oh, I hate this car, but you did that with emotion. Okay. That was emotion. And then you said words in relation to hate, right? You said, I hate this car. And then you had hateful emotion. So when you thought that and you spoke it, you put it up there, right? But then when you were feeling angry, you drew it back. So that's why you got more things that make you feel like that. You see? So when you manifest, guys, remember, you're not getting what you want necessarily. You're getting who you are. Okay? So become the thing that you want. The reason you want these things is because you think it'll make you happy or whatever. You'll feel better. You feel prestigious. However you feel. However you believe these things will make you feel. You have to conjure up that emotion presently without them being here to draw them to you, okay? And that's basically it. That's how it works scientifically. When that emotion has to draw the ideas that you put out there. So that's the thing. Match up. When they teach us to line up with what we want, that's what they mean. Feel the way the thing will make you feel, that you think it'll make you feel already. And that's how come you draw stuff. You're attracting what you are, and you're able to think things, and you draw what you want because you're that anyway. You're that happiness, okay? All right, now let's move on, guys. So now that you get that, it's simple, small ways to do this. This don't have to be hard, arduous. The hardest part in this whole process is the patience, the time. I can't stress it enough because the techniques are easy. It's easy to understand why they work. But why do we still have pitfalls? Because we get hung up on the time it takes. And that's why I'm here to help you guys step by step to avoid the anxiety and stress that comes with waiting. Okay? And the wondering and all that. You got to put your mind in other places that are satisfactory. So you're not thinking about it. You know, you heard the expression, a watch pot never boils. It's true. Okay? Now let's move on. So now that we know how to do that, remember, don't do no visualization without conjuring up the proper emotion. Let me say that again. Never visualize without conjuring up the proper emotion. I can't, that's what's going to do it for you guys. If you feel like your manifestations aren't working or you don't feel connected, conjure up the proper emotions. Now, let's talk about how we do that. All right, because that's what they call acting as if. You're not really acting, but that's just the best way they can describe it to us as we're learning this. But you're supposed to already feel happy because you have that birthright. It's within us to seek it. So, okay, today you don't have what you want. You might, have to eat some bologna sandwiches, but you'd rather have filet mignon. It's okay. At least you're getting nourishment. All right, you have to tell yourself these things over and over again. And I promise you, if you keep doing it, you won't have to keep telling yourself. You'll already naturally be there. All right. All right, good. Because look, guys, you see how easy it is to fall into what I would call victimized feeling. Oh, I'm so broke. Oh, God, I'm tired of this. Why is there so much injustice in the world? You see how easy it is to feel like that, right? Listen, guys, it's just as easy to feel the opposite way, despite what's going on. Oh, my life is so good. Thank you, God, I woke up. Oh, my kids is with me. Oh, I got clothes to wear. I may not be eating the food I want, but I ain't hungry. It's things you can say that are really true. Okay, you don't have to go through life saying, oh, it's too much racism. Oh, it's too much poverty. Oh, it's just too much abuse. It is. It's too much crime. It's too much evil. That's true, guys. But let me ask you a question. And you ask yourself this. Is focusing on it going to do you any good? Yeah, you love the world. That's because you're a caring, godly person. You're probably an empath. But you're wasting your energy. If you want to help the world, if there are negative things happening that you don't like, then manifest good like you would anything else. If you can manifest a car for yourself or a house, you can manifest world peace. All right? Just believe in it and quit worrying about it. Because you can't help others if you can't help yourself. All right? You help yourself by saving your energy. All right? So lay those things aside. Lay all the worldly problems, your personal problems aside. They there. you're not going to fix them if you're worried about them. You're going to fix them when you get into alignment, okay? A.Maze and Mina Salter, your coach, I'm here to teach you how to get into alignment. Well, you know how to do it. I'm here to give you tips on how to do it when you're lost, because we all get lost, okay? And that's why I'm here. So let's continue on, because I done digressed. Y'all know how we do here. So look, guys, again, repetition, can't express it enough. Now, emotion. Conjure up emotions to what you want. You can have bad days. You can be a grouch sometime. But when you visualize, make sure it's happy. Now, never try to visualize when you don't feel your best. I'm telling you, you're going to discourage yourself more. When you get that good little streak of just happiness, that's when you sit there, close your eyes, and you ain't got to do it all day. You can visualize for 2 minutes, okay? If you hang on to a thought for 17 seconds, it'll automatically grow after the 17th second, okay? You'll get more ideas like it. So don't think you got to do this all day long. You probably don't have time. But if you got time to go to the restroom, which you do, I don't care if you work or not, do it in the restroom. That's the most private place in the world. Visualize with the positive matching emotions, okay? And don't beat yourself up. Now that you know how to do that, just focus on that for a while. All right. Don't try to be a cheerful person all the time. Stop trying to be in an uppity mood. You want that. That's what you're trying to get to. But you're trying to do it for the sake of a good life, not just to bring things in. The things are going to come. That's the least of your worries. All right. If you worried about material possessions, money, those things are coming. It's just no, they have to. Make sure you focus your energy on well-being for all times, no matter how much chaos is going around. You still feel good. Ain't got a dollar to your name. Relatives is fighting. All kind of crazy. Boston fired you. I'm just saying, through all of that, you should be able to find a place of peace. And if you can't, it's okay right now. You on your way. Just keep watching this channel. Eventually you will, because tip after tip after tip after tip that we try here is gonna work. I'm telling you, you talking to somebody who turned their whole life around and still growing, okay? We spend an eternity expanding. That never ends. So remember that. This is deeper than just you paying your bills and living a luxurious life. You are putting energetic seeds into your Akashic records, okay? They will carry you into the next eternity, all right? Not next eternity, into your next life, into the next body you jump into. It stays with you. You can change it to anything you want, but just know that what you did is with you. It's with you, but you can turn it around. So use that. You say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to turn my energetic signature into something different. And I'm going to start today. All right. It's not hard to do. Moment by moment thinking is all you got to do. So to conclude this video, what I want you to take from it is this, guys. Your moment to moment experience here on this earth, you are going to fix the unfavorable thoughts in your head. Bit by bit now. Take them up a notch to where it's believable to you. And once that becomes your state of being, you can take that up a notch. When that becomes your state of being, take that up a notch. Keep going up notches until you've made it. And to be honest with you, there's no such thing as made it. There's always expansion in this universe. But as you create your life and you pile on and go up stages, you will find satisfaction. You will find satisfaction. It'll get to a point to where you won't feel like you need anything else, but you keep creating for the sake of other purposes. For example, you may say, for one, we're just going to give a loose example. Say in year 2015, you were a waitress. You know, needless to say, you didn't like that job, but you manifested a better one. And then 2 years later, you work at, we're just going to say Chrysler. We just giving a loose example. They pay really great money. Yeah, the hours are long and hard, but the money is better. So she's still slaving, but she's doing better than she was. And then when she goes into her rituals and her thought process and take it up a notch, that job fades away. And guess what? She owns her own business. I'm just saying that's how it works, guys. I don't want you to think that. Never let time deflect your belief. And the way, and another thing, let's talk about this since we on the subject. I'm not waiting for another video to mention this. Your manifestations come in stages, right? The thing is, are you able to see them? Don't be a pessimist and say, or just a person who don't believe in nothing and say, okay, that's just a coincidence. No, anything you want to call a coincidence, I don't care how minute or expansive it is, they're a sign for you, okay? They're a sign. You will see signs of what you asked for before it actually show up, all right? Let me give y'all some more loose examples because that's how much my heart wants y'all to understand. Look, say for example, you've been asking to, let me give a good one that I haven't given. I always give the same type of examples. Okay, you might be a lonely person, but you've been manifesting friends, okay? And so you might go to, I don't know, you go to, let's see, bars are closed, it's quarantine. Come on now, A.Maze. Church, you find a church that you go to. It ain't that many people there because we quarantined, but people still go places, right? So you go to church. And you going there just to, you just want some energy. You just want to feel good. Praise God, whatever. And then people, come sit down, talk to you, and you feel so good with them. And you feel like you can be yourself. And there's not much you can't say with them, even though they're strangers. That is an example. That's a sign. That doesn't mean that they're the friends, or they could be. But the point is, when things like that start to happen, like it's mighty funny. I was just saying, universe, can you send me some friends? And then I go 2 days later, I go to this church just by happenstance because I felt like going in there. And then people are coming up socializing with me. That don't happen to me very often, right? That don't mean that they're the new friends, even though they could be, but that's not what it necessarily means. That's the universe showing you, I got you. All right, that's how you can take it because you attracted that. You had that electrical thought you put up there and your emotions matched it at that time, or at least at a relevant enough time, and it came back to you. It was the elements of friends. If they weren't actually your friends, but I mean the fact that you felt comfortable with them like no other people, because that's what friends are for. You're supposed to be around people that you feel comfortable with, unlike others, right? So when you run into if you was to run into strangers and you felt that much comfortable with them, but you just asked the universe for friends, come on now. That means either these are the new friends or they're on their way to you. The things you ask for will show up in subtle ways along the way. And if you're able to recognize that, let me give you an example of my life, okay? Let me tell y'all why I know this is true, because I've seen it for others, but it's happening to me. Okay, look, my family and me, not them, me. I am manifesting a new life in Florida. Where? I don't know. I just know I want to live there because it's sunny all year round, and that's the type of weather for me. Palm trees, beaches, me. California is a good place too, but, ain't nothing wrong with it either. It's just kind of far from where I am, and one day we probably will move there. But in the meantime, I'm running to some place in the United States that's tropical. Start my life over because I've been in the Midwest my whole life and I'm 40 years old. This is where I grew up, Detroit, Michigan. I'm not living in Detroit right now, but I'm still in the Midwest. The weather is the exact same. It's the same and I hate it. And then no offense to you other Midwesters. Trust me, I'm born and raised in Michigan, so I'm not dissing the Midwest, guys. All right. I'm just saying the weather is not for me. So I manifest a new home in Florida by next summer of 2021, right? But when I started manifesting this, it was a little while back. I see signs of Florida every day. The place we just moved to, my neighbor, 2 doors down, she has an RV in Florida and she travels there twice a year. Okay? When I've turned my phone on to watch something, it's always something about Florida on it. This didn't happen to me before. It started happening when I asked for it. So I have faith in it. I know I'm going. I don't know how or when exactly. Well, I did say when I want to be there, and I am going to be there next summer because I spoke it, and I still speak it into existence. Now, as far as the means, I don't worry about that because it's not my job to worry about the means. My job is to vibrationally line up with what I'm thinking of and then live it. Okay, now that you've vibrationally lined up with what you're thinking of, make your everyday life that. So, for example, we'll stay on me since I brought it up. Look, guys, once you decide to do something, once you manifest something, you spoke it in the universe. Now you gotta live like it's real. Me, for example, even though there are no beaches here, I still go outside barefoot in my grass, and then I envision palm trees. I pretend like my bush in the backyard is a palm tree. I act as if I'm in Florida. I'm living it. I'm conjuring up feelings, what I believe I would feel if I were there. So I close my eyes, and then in my brain, I envision what Florida looked like. And I stand in the backyard and plant my toes in the grass as if it's sand. And I do that for as long as I feel I should, till I can feel it. That's how long I do it. Along with the emotion of feeling free in the sunshine. Because it's still warm here, it's September, but, still warm enough to pretend. And that's how I keep my faith. Because even if I was to never do that, it will still happen. But guys, I'm telling you this to say this. If you want to stay believing in your manifestation, live it. As a matter of fact, yeah, just live it. Live it. Not only will that make you believe it more, it's going to be drawn to you because you're already it. I'm hoping that's making sense. You draw what you are. All right. So it's been about 21 minutes and I done rambled at y'all. I hope you get something from this. I'm going to do another video later because there's more to discuss, guys. There's a lot I want you to understand. Okay, but we're going to conclude this one, but check in later on today. I'm going to post another video. And in this video that I post later, we're going to talk about the itty bitty small details of your life that you can live, that you can do, that's going to lead you to the life you want, to where you don't ever have to worry about it at all. You never be one of those people that say, what's my future looking like? You already know. It's already done because you live it now. Okay, live your future now, without the things you think you need to have for it, okay? That's about it, y'all. I'll be back later this afternoon, okay? Check that video out. Check me out on Instagram. I just put something up. And don't forget to sign up for your free 20-minute coaching sessions, okay? If you have a specific question, a goal-oriented question, okay? I'll be more than happy to answer for you, all right? But that's about it for now. I'll see you later this afternoon. Stay tuned. Catch me on my Facebook. Bye for now.